Don't leave without him.
I will not. So I honestly think that Finley is the best part of the movie. I loved it.
We thank you.
He stole so many of the scenes, in my opinion. Can you talk about, like, he has some of the best lines. How much of that was kind of improv and just you working off the situation, or was it mostly in the script?
We had a great script, and David Lindsay-Abaire is a Pulitzer Prize winner, so we had some good stock. But in addition to that, and there was plenty of stuff that came out of Finley that was written. But Sam, I feel like, really hired me because he wanted me to riff and play around, and so I said, "Are you sure? Because I'm going to probably annoy you." And I would just kind of riff and make up jokes, and I tell him, "Just tell me when you want me to shut up," and I would just keep going. And he never really told me to shut up. So a lot of that stuff ended up in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, in the press conference, you were talking about how they put cameras on your face to capture your emotions and your facial expressions. What was your favorite Finley detail that you noticed in the movie or in the characterization when it was on screen?
The eyes, really.
Yeah.
Because Sam and I talked about that, like, because he's an innocent, he doesn't, that scene where he tries to lie and introduce, he doesn't know how to lie or anything, and he's just such a pure guy. So for me, a lot of that, and I thought, it's going to be a monkey's face, so how can I best come through as a human? And it seemed to us that the eyes would be key, and the fact that he's like, his eyes tear up a lot because he's a very emotional little guy.
And it's so cute because you're just looking at it, you're like, I believe this so much.
Yeah, and he really, but he doesn't want Oz to see these crying, so he's always like wiping away his tears, and I don't know. I think so. So that for me, and of course the fact that it's computer generated and the eyeballs are so real and I think look like mine a little bit. I think that was really cool.
Well, I think that you and Joey and James, you guys have a real nice rapport, like on screen. Had you met James before, and how did you guys get to know your young little co-star? Because I mean, two grown, established men, having to make her feel comfortable. So can you talk about that?
She's so working with James is great. I had met him just briefly before, but now we got to be friendly and get to know each other in the land of Oz. And Joey's just the sweetest person. I have to say that I don't have kids, and I have nieces and nephews and everything, but at first I was a little like, oh, here comes a 12-year-old, like, uh-oh. And she's so mature and precocious and sweet, and we both kind of took her under our wings. She was like our little sister or our kid. I mean, but our peer, I should say. I really noticed that Sam, who has 5 kids and is amazing with kids, he would just sort of talk to her like a peer, and it was so obvious to me that how much she respected that, and she's the total opposite of like a movie kid. You've seen some movie kids before. She was just amazing, and I love her. We're like text buddies. She texts me all the time.
That's so cute.
Yeah.